Hi guys, welcome to my channel mathssl. I'm speaking Thaqib Latif. This we're gonna do now factorization involving common bracket and the sign change rule. How to do this one? So this is a question we have: two x bracket a plus b plus y bracket a plus b. In here, common bracket. So we're going to take out highest common factor, this whole expression which is a plus b, because this is a common. So we're going to say a plus b, that is out because both term have a plus b. This bracket is out. What left here? 2x. And that's it. What left? Only y plus y. So this is my final answer. My second question is 2x x bracket x negative y minus y bracket x negative y. I can see here x negative y. This is a common bracket. I take out from these two expression, and what we left with 2x minus y. This is my final answer. Now we have a question x negative bracket x negative 3 minus y bracket 3 negative x. Now, so x negative 3, and this is also can be a common bracket, because also I can change this. Is that's why this is calling sign change. This is calling a sign change rule. I have to modify, because if I have to make him x negative 3, then obviously the negative sign will come out. Have a look how to do. So you're gonna say equal x negative 3. We're gonna write as is. Now I'm going to change this one to x negative 3. So if I say x negative 3, so x I make positive and 3 I take in that side. I change the I modify. Now two things will happen. So outside change, a sign will also change. Outside is negative become positive. So positive y. So two things will happen. Inside sign will change, and as well outside sign will change. Have a look. I say x negative 3. So x was negative become positive inside. The positive 3 become a negative 3, and outside negative y become positive y. So when I'm gonna modify this one, I'm gonna change the place of the negative x. So two things, then outside sign will also change, and as well inside sign will change. This is calling the sign change rule. So when I'm going to change the modify this expression, then two things will happen. Inside sign will change and outside as well. So the outside was negative y become positive y, inside positive 3 become negative 3, and negative x become positive x. Now I can factorize, and x negative 3 is a common bracket. So what left inside now? X plus y. This is my final answer. Yet I have another method to find out this kind of, to solve this kind of question. Have a look. We modify the second expression by dividing each term by negative 1. Have a look. Is equal to x negative 3, because I need to make the second term like the like term x negative 3. So this is my second expression. So I'm going to divide by negative 1. When you see that you have to change the sign change rule, you have to change the sign here. You have to make like term, you have to modify, then you divide by negative 1, the second expression. So then if you divide by negative 1, negative become positive, and then I can change now, because negative become positive here, x become positive now, and then obviously I need x left hand side, and the 3 was positive become negative. Now can you see I modify the a second expression. Now x negative 3 is common. I take this common bracket, and what left the x, and this is left plus y because x negative 3 is out. I think so this is much easier method than the previous one. You can choose any one. I like this method. Must remember, when you change the negative sign, then this will happen. The positive sign doesn't affect. I will show you now. This is the question: m bracket m plus 5n minus bracket 5n plus m. Now obviously I'm have to modify first, because 5n plus m I'm going to 5n plus m I'm going to make like term, like m plus 5n. So m plus 5n. Now this I make m plus 5n, because is a positive sign I change is gonna affect nothing outside or neither the inside, so this remain the minus. The minus sign will remain. If you come to think, because positive and negative stay the negative, so that's why when you change the positive sign, no change, nothing will happen. But if it's the minus sign change inside, then outside sign will also change, and as well as inside sign also will change. This is called the sign change rule. So now m plus 5n, this is a common bracket. M plus 5n is gonna come out is a common bracket, because both expressions have m plus 5n. So what left here? Only this side m left here, minus this side only gonna left 1, because m plus 5n is out, only left 1. Remember, m plus 5n divide by m plus 5n. Remember this common factor, and we used to what we have to divide, whatever remain we leave inside the bracket. So have a look here, you cancel out, only left 1, so only left 1 here. I will show you another example. So I have to change now the second expression, because this one I have to make like term, like the x plus 6. So is equal to 4, x plus 6 I leave as is. So the second expression I'm going to divide by negative 1. Have a look. So now negative, this negative become positive 3x, and the negative x become positive, and the negative 6 become also positive, because negative negative positive, negative negative positive, negative divided by negative is going to be a positive. So two different sign, positive, sorry, two different sign will be a negative, two same sign will be a positive. So the negative divided by negative going to be a positive. Now I can see x plus 6 is my common factor, common bracket. So I say x plus 6, my common bracket is out. What left there? 4, and this side x plus 6 is out, plus 3x is left. This is my final answer. Now we have the question 3a bracket a negative 4 minus 6 bracket 4 negative a. So we have, you can see common bracket here, but we need to modify the second expression in order to solve this question. So now equal to 3a, I'm gonna leave as is, a negative 4 also I'm gonna write it just like this. Now there's two ways to do this one. The first, remember I did show you the first method to modify this one. So I'm going to misplace a. When I'm going to misplace a, obviously a I'm going to bring left hand side, and the 4 is going to be on right hand side. Then two things will happen. Outside sign will become positive, and inside also positive become negative, negative become positive. Or second method, hold this expression, you can divide by negative 1. So when I'm going to divide by negative 1, so it's going to be a positive 6, and this is going to be a negative 4, and this is going to be a positive a, negative 4 and the positive a. So now 3a negative 4, this like this, plus 6. Now I can change the place, because if you change the place with a positive sign, nothing will happen. I can write a negative 4, or I can write negative 4 plus a, or I can say a negative 4 is same thing. Now a negative 4 is our common factor, common bracket. What left? 3a plus 6. So this is my final answer. You can skip this one. This one you don't need to write like this. I can write negative 4 plus a, or I can write direct here a negative 4. Same thing. I'll show you one more question. This is my second question. Seventh question. X bracket a negative b minus y b negative a. So I have to modify, as I can see, the second expression to make like a negative b. So I need to modify the second expression. Have a look. X, the first uh, term, I'm gonna write as is. First expression as is. Now the second, I can divide whole term by negative 1 every time. I think so. This is the best way, is the easiest method. This one. So the negative y become positive y, and now this become negative b, this become positive a. So I can write also like this, a negative b, doesn't matter, same thing, because you must remember this is going to be a negative b positive a. So I can write positive a and minus b. Left hand side I can write positive a, right hand side I can write negative b, is same thing. This one and this one is the same. So just because when you change the place for the positive, uh, it doesn't affect outside, neither the inside, right? So now a negative b is common bracket. What left? X plus y. This is my final answer. Now this is my question number 8. 4p bracket m negative n plus 3 bracket n negative m. Now second expression I have to modify to make like term like m negative n, so that I can take out common bracket, so that I can take out common bracket. So equal to 4p m negative n, I'm gonna write as is. Now here, but remember I told you there's two ways to do this one. The first thing, I can change the place. So obviously I'm gonna put the m this side, and the negative gonna come out, so the positive become a negative, and inside also gonna change the sign. This is called sign change rule. But if I, the second thing I can do also, I can divide by negative 1. Easy, this one. So you divide by negative 1, because I, in order to, how you know you're gonna divide by negative 1, because you need to change the you need to make this second expression same like term like the m negative n. That's why we have to divide by negative 1. Now that's why we have to divide by negative 1. So positive 3 divided by negative 1 become negative 3, and this is going to be a negative 1, this is going to be a positive m. So I can write like this, m negative n, doesn't matter, same thing. Now from here, m negative n is my common bracket, and what is left? 4p minus 3. This is my final answer. Please don't mix up here, because look here, if I say negative 3, you divide by negative 1, this one, and this become negative n plus m is this one, negative 3. I can write m negative n, same n, m negative n, same thing. So now this is my final answer. 4p bracket 3p minus q plus 3q bracket q minus 3p. Now second expression I have to modify in order to factorize this expression. Now, in here, 4p, 3p minus q, I'm going to leave as is. Now, this one, obviously, whenever you see the negative sign involved, then you can divide by -1. But if it's a positive here, then I can change anytime. That's not going to affect nothing. But now this is a negative sign, so I have to divide by -1. Divide by -1 second expression. So become -3q, and obviously this is going to be -q, this is going to be positive 3p. I need a positive 3p. So now I can change the place. So it become -q. Remember, I told you if it's a positive sign, then you don't need to divide by -1. Then you can change the place. Is gonna affect nothing, right? So this is my 3p -q. So now 3p -q is common factor, and what left there? 4p minus 3q. This is my final answer. Question number 10, x negative y square minus y negative x. So obviously first I have to obviously first I have to simplify the expression and then look for the highest common factor or highest common bracket. So this is going to be now x negative y. This means x negative y times x negative y, because power is 2. Same like I say x power 2, I can write x times x. So now we have x negative y power 2 is a whole power. So I can write x negative y times x negative y. Alright. So now minus, this is I'm gonna leave just as is y negative x. Now I can see I can take the common bracket out. So I have to remember, this is the first expression, this is the second expression, because in the middle is minus sign, because this is differentiate between these two expressions. So now I have to make this one like term like the x negative 1 in order to take the common bracket out. So the x negative y I leave as is, x negative y as is. Now, so remember, I told you when is negative sign inside, you can divide by -1, divide by -1. So all this expression, second one, we're going to divide by -1. So this become -1 is outside, already -1. Negative become positive, and then this become -y, and this become positive x. So I can write like this, because if you change the place for the positive uh, x, is nothing gonna happen, is nothing gonna uh, change, it's gonna stay the it will remain the same whole expression. Now I can take the uh, x negative y is common factor, common bracket, sorry, and what left there, this is out, and what left there, only x negative y, and this side plus, this x negative y is already out, only left 1. So this is my final answer. This is a little bit harder example. 3c bracket x negative y minus bracket 2y minus 2x plus 4m bracket y minus x. So I first I have to uh, modify this one in order to factorize x negative y. I can make this is also x negative y, but I'm gonna modify, and this middle term also can be x negative y. Why? Because the 2 is both, this term, this expression 2 is a common. So let's do it. 3c x negative y I leave as is. Now minus 2 is common factor here. So the 2 is out. So what left there? Y minus x left. Right? Why? Because the I have to make a like term x negative y. But I can see here, if I take out the 2, 2 is a common factor here. So then it's going to left y minus x. And they 4m, and I can't do nothing here. I'm going to modify now in second step. So y minus x. So now 3c x negative y we have, and I have to modify now. Can you see this expression? Only this expression. Only this expression. I'm gonna divide by negative 1. So I divide by negative 1 become positive 2, and this become negative y. So and this become positive x. I need positive x on left hand side. So I say positive x minus y. This one also, this whole expression I have to divide by negative 1. Why? Because I need to make like term like the x negative y. So this become, because negative sign is here, that's why I have to divide by negative 1. If there was positive sign, then I can switch around. There's nothing gonna happen. Outside, neither the inside. But we have a negative now inside. We have a negative inside, so we're gonna have to divide by negative 1 in order to make like term like the x negative 1, so that I can take out the common bracket. So divide by negative 1, it become negative 4m, and this become negative y, and this become positive x. So the x I need left hand side, the negative y on right hand side. There we go. Now I can see x negative y, x negative y, x negative y common. I take out the x negative y. What left there? 3c, and they left plus 2, and here left minus 4m. So this is my final answer. So this is my question 12. A power 2, b power 3, bracket c negative 2 minus a power 3b bracket 2 negative c. So this one I have to make, I have to modify. Have a look. A power 3 and b power 3, c negative 2. I leave as is. The whole term, because negative c here, so a negative c is here. So if it's a positive, then we don't need to modify, because if there was 2 positive c, I can write c positive 2 is same thing. Or maybe if you have a negative 2 positive c, so I can switch around c negative 2, doesn't matter, same thing. But now we got negative here, that's why we have to modify. So we're gonna divide by negative 1 whole term. Whole expression we divide by negative 1. So what will happen here? Positive a power 3 b, and this become negative 2, and this become positive c. C I need left hand side, so become positive c, and this become negative 2. Now c negative 2 is obviously is a common bracket, but I can see here's common factor as well. I can see the variable also. I can take out the common factor. Have a look here. So the a power 3, that's my common variable. B power 3 and b, from these two the least power is b, so the b is out. And then come to the bracket, c negative 2 obviously is common, I take it out. So what left now? A power 3 is out, and we got a b. Remember, we have to divide. Remember, to find out what remains inside the bracket, divide each of the original term by highest common factor. So in this case, we have these. This is our highest common factor, a power 3, b, and this bracket as well, c negative 2. So we can so we can divide each and everything with this one. Have a look. So a power 3, b power 3, c negative 2 over a power 3 b c negative 2. Cancel, and b when gonna go up, b power 3 you're gonna minus this b power 1, and this is cancel, only left b power 2. So we have only b power 2 here. Now plus this one same, a power 3 b c negative 2 over a power 3 b c negative 2. This is cancel, and also this is cancel, and this is also cancel, only left 1. So this is my final answer. So this is my question number 13. 4p bracket 3 plus 4y minus a bracket 4y plus 3. So I need to modify here, because 3 plus 4y, I need to make also this one 3 plus 4y. So 4p 3 plus 4y, first expression I'm gonna write just like this, and the second one I need to modify, because we have a positive here and also positive here. So if you're gonna change the second sign, because we need to bring this 3 out to left hand side because the positive, so that's why the positive sign gonna affect nothing, neither outside neither the inside. So I can write like this, so it doesn't gonna affect. So uh, we're gonna write 3 plus 4y. So 3 plus 4y is going to be common bracket, and left there 4p minus a. 4p minus a, this is my final answer. This is my final question. M bracket 3m negative 2 minus n bracket 2 negative 3m. So I'm going to solve this one. So I need to modify the second expression in order to factorize. So m negative m bracket 3m negative 2 as is. Now I'm going to modify, because there's negative sign here, so I have to divide by negative 1 whole expression, only this one, because this negative sign, the 3m, the sign is negative, so I have to bring left hand side, so that's why I have to divide by negative 1, because due to this negative sign here. If it's positive, we don't need to. Now, so become negative divided by whole, this expression negative 1, so become positive n, and this become negative 2 obviously, and this become positive 3. I need positive 3 must be on left hand side, and negative 2 be on left right hand side, and then my common bracket is here 3m negative 2, and what left inside m here, and there's gonna be a plus n, and this is my final answer. Please like and subscribe my channel. If you have any question, write comment below. I will assist you. Have a nice day.